I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the... I just wanna make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me up by the morning. I had me some rats by the morning, I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly. They calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look. Yeah, her Rex on her. Yeah, B-Rex better calm down. Yeah, if you go around, come around. Yeah, whole squad. Yeah, squad goes on the. Yeah, make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah, you can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, about tag on, I got it in the bag, man, I'm getting all type of cash, I'm a general truth. I never killed anybody.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight right, tight right. Flex round! Flex round! 3 down. Switch. Kill.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action, Kaiser. Going deep for Benjamin. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 3 down. Motion.
Off the play fake, Kaiser. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And give him a gain of 37. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
5 down. Stand up in.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Flex round! Ohio! Flex round!
Kaiser to throw it this time. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
One.
A first down throw for Mariota. And incomplete to open things up.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
24.
1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1. 1, 1.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He finds his target, Fuller. The 30, the 20. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Flex round!
A first down throw for Kaiser. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Foster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Let's go.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. J.J. Watt the one that gets him down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now Mariota. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Ohio! Ohio! Tighten up!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flex round! Flex round! What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Going deep for Benjamin. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Let's eat it up. In your face. Hot! Slam!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. On the give, this is Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Flex round! Flex round!
Kaiser now on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Watch the edge! Ohio! Ohio! Switch! Flex round! Flex round! Check hot route. Hot!
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come out here in the I.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll try and pound it into Drake. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Double tight. 4 down, check. 4 down. Check 50.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Deshaun Kaiser on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
One.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
One.
From the gun, Mariota. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And now the Packers get set to go.
Ohio. Flex round.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Check it, Moss. Check the call. Ohio.
Second down, Kaiser. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
White, 90.
Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. Flushed out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action. Kaiser. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Motion.
Flex round! Flex round!
Hatchet. Hatchet.
From the gun, Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
4 down. 4 down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go.
Now Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field, and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Off the play fake, Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He can run for it, and he will. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Cousins to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Big hit all day. Sack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Is the mic.
Black.
Cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Hey, 382, Liz 50.
He's checking. Crash.
And they'll run it here. And an alley. And a loose football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Point after now from Catanzaro. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Check 26.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Watch left. Ohio. Flex round. We got 3, fellas.
Kaiser now from the 50. Dancing to it. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ohio. Flex round.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Being chased out left. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Kaiser on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Flex round. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Check. Flex round.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Foster, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A second down throw for Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Lucky 50. Hey, flipper, flipper. You don't know no better. Play.
On third down, Cousins looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Flex round! Flex round!
Mike 55! Mike 55!
Flex round! Flex round!
You!
Following the interception, Kaiser eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep rights. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On first down, Drake. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw, Kaiser. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw is Kaiser. And a catch right side by Evans. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Bring the energy. Hey, we're good. We're good.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Rhino! Yellow!
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throw left side complete. It's Malone. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Rhino! Let's 50. Wide.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Hey, flipper.
Safe.
Black.
Show it.
Black. Zebra.
Now Cousins. He stays up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
3-2, let's 50. Rhino. 2.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Flex round. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Flex round.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. Flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Foster. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Over the middle to Evans. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Flex round! Flex round!
Drop deep, drop deep.
Flex round!
Kaiser now on 2nd down. Oh, eluding the tackle. Evans has it left side. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a handoff for Drake. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I got him! Yeah, baby!
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Odd. 3 down. Odd. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want?
Now on 1st down, Drake again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ohio!
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in. Move!
He may try, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Deshaun Kaiser scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They're going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Cousins now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Here we go, all.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Two.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They find some open field here.
Can you hear me?